Hello everybody, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So I'm so pumped for today's video. We will be doing a full brand review on the brand LYS Beauty. I am so excited. I don't know, it really has become a brand that I'm really excited about and makes me excited to do makeup and stuff like that. We'll talk about each individual product. There are some products that are better than others, but I'm just so excited. I think I love this brand, honestly, and I would definitely be following up with other products that they come out with. And so, yes, we're gonna obviously apply all the makeup products that they have, and then we will talk about, prices and what the brand is about. I'm so excited. If you guys like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and without further ado, let's just get started. All right. So LYS, love yourself. I read through the entire about page, and I didn't read anywhere that LYS, they wanted it to be love yourself. So I don't know, maybe, that must be what it is, because people have said that, but I didn't see that on the website, which is interesting, but I did see some other interesting things. So we're gonna start applying the makeup, and then we'll talk about those things, just so I don't take time in the beginning of the video. I did that in my past videos, and people weren't a fan, but it's okay, whatever. First things first, they do have a primer currently. This is the Secure Skin Gripping Serum Primer with 5% niacinamide plus AHA. It's pore and shine control. Now, you know me and my love for shine and glow. So it says, instantly perfect your canvas with this lightweight serum primer that helps balance the look of the skin and control the appearance of excess shine throughout the day. Infused with niacinamide, ginger root, lemon, and grapefruit extracts, this primer works to minimize the look of enlarged pores and brighten the appearance of hyperpigmentation and uneven skin tone. Usage, evenly apply thin layer to skin following moisturizer, wear alone or with makeup. Key ingredients, niacinamide, ginger root extract, blah, 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 all the things I said already. Now, I wasn't gonna get this primer because obviously that does not sound like anything I would like. I do really like the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. I do like the e.l.f. Mint Melt Cooling Face Primer, but those both have a little bit of hydration to them, a little bit of glow. They don't claim to, what did it say? Pore and shine control. They don't claim to do that, and so I was a little scared, but I really wanted to give it a go because there were kind of so many mixed reviews that I was just like, I don't know what to think about it. So here it is here, and you can see it doesn't look super flat or matte or drying or anything like that. It honestly looks pretty good. It is very, very tacky though. You can see it is very, very tacky. So if you don't like that, you will not like this. If you don't like the Milk Makeup, you probably won't like this. If you don't like the e.l.f., you probably won't like this either. Just because, again, it is that gripping primer. It's what it's meant to do. I don't see a huge difference in my pores and stuff like that. I don't have super huge pores either, but I do see a lot, an even layer of nice canvas for whatever goes on top, and I do really like that. This primer is $20. Out of all the primers I've tried, I just don't think this is a favorite. It doesn't do everything that I want and need in a primer, but I think if you're someone who's looking for exactly that gripping serum primer and the finish that it gives, she's your gal. $20 is not too shabby. I think it is, this probably could have been about $16 and I would have been like, yes, get it. $20 is a little bit just for what it does, but it's okay. It's one of those things that it kind of just depends, Oh my gosh, why did I not go in with this first? I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna go in with the LYS Speak Love Glossy Lip Treatment Oil. People love this stuff. $12. You can get off Sephora, obviously, LYS website. Treat your lips to extra TLC with this cushiony lip treatment packed with natural oils and smoothing hydrators that leaves behind a non-sticky gloss finish that's simply irresistible. Using the AM, PM, apply product to the lips morning and night as hydration as needed. Can be used after lip liner and lipstick not included. Oh, okay. I thought maybe this came with a lipstick. That is weird. Okay, sorry. Okay, so first off, let's talk packaging. I hate this applicator. It's way too big, and I'll just mention it now. So it's really cool. All their packaging is a triangle, and I honestly was like, girl, not for me. It's hard to store, and then it's kind of one of those things when if you have self-diagnosed OCD like me, it's kind of one of the things that piss you off when all your other packaging is circular and this is a freaking square, and it's like, are you kidding? Or your other packaging is square and then you have triangles. It's just okay, what the heck? This is irritating because it's so big that it oh my gosh, I could do both my lips at the same time. I guess that's convenient. But like, you know, just for one lip, it just doesn't work. It's a little bit too big, honestly. The formula is nice. It's a nice lip oil. It's 12 bucks. You can't go wrong. It is really, really nice. And it looks super glossy and nice, and you really just, you don't think about it. It's really nice. I just don't think the applicator is my favorite, and I wouldn't repurchase just because of that. I mean, just because of that, it's just a regular lip balm. I have lip oils and stuff that do the same thing over. Like, I would just have to use up 20 before I rebought it, you know what I mean? But the packaging, so it actually was cool. I didn't even think, you know, for me, I just thought they were trying to be a little unique, a little different, whatever. But they're actually, the reason for their packaging is that a triangle is delta, which means change. And so obviously they were saying like how you want to change the beauty community and like whatever and become clean beauties and stuff like that, and great clean brands and stuff. But they also said change how one loves themselves, and I love that, how you love yourself. And I really like that. And they were like how you think about yourself and love yourself, and that was really cool. And I like the packaging more now that I know it has a reason, more than just being like unique or different or trying to stand out. It's for a reason, and I really do like that. And I really do like the idea of the triangle being changed. That is awesome. So I just thought I'd mention that, because if you're like me and was like, girl, what that freak? Why is even the primer is a triangle? Is it that serious? But I think it's cool, you know? All right, next we're gonna go in with the Triple Fix Serum Foundation. This one doesn't have a description on it like some, well, neither the rest of them do. But this, let's see if I can pull it up. This retails for $22, which is so freaking good. At Sephora, this is probably, I think the cheapest foundation at Sephora is $20, and that's the Sephora collection. So this is right there with it, and I love it. This is, again, this serum foundation with HA plus turmeric plus ashwagandha. I don't know what that is. First of all, the brand is cruelty-free, vegan, and gluten-free, and then they're like the clean beauty at Sephora. But oh my gosh, one of my favorites. I've talked about it for so long. I have the shade TG7. If you are my skin tone, I would go lighter. Just go pick 1 or 2 shades or 3 lighter, because this is way too dark for me. I'm gonna wear it anyway, of course, but it's way too dark for me. Okay, so for the foundation, it says an ultra luxe serum foundation that effortlessly conceals blemishes, dark spots, and imperfections with skincare benefits and buildable light to medium coverage. Does that sound like something I would like, ladies and gentlemen? It does. Perfect. For me though, the only concern I guess I would have, or like odd thing to me, is that these are like complete polar opposites. And for like people with normal skin to normal or combination skin, this is kind of perfect, because you can kind of do what you want with it. Like you can have a gripping primer that is more like controls your oils, and then you can have a luminous foundation and your skin is fine. For me, this like it's just a very weird combination where it's like, why would one both either be luminous for that glowy vibe, or one be matte for the other vibe? So I don't know, it was just an odd thing to me. But I love this freaking foundation. If there's any product that I'm going to mention today, it would be the foundation. It is so true. It's just that beautiful, luminous, serum-y, oh my gosh, vibe. What I've noticed too, sorry, I forgot to mention too, with this foundation, a lot of people don't like it with the primer. They've tried the combination, and I've tried it before once, I believe, and I didn't hate it, but I could see how people just don't love it. Obviously, you can see the shade is way too dark for me. It breaks my heart because I want to wear this every day. I gotta get a lighter shade. But anyway, people don't like the combination. It's very funny, but I could see why, because they're like polar opposites. It's very odd. But you know, maybe they were just trying to be like kind of thinking of everyone who wants to use this product, this foundation. Like I didn't need to pick up the primer, but if someone wants to try the foundation and they have oily skin, they probably should pick up the primer. So I guess maybe that was the idea, which is cool, you know, to think about it. But so you can see the finish here. It is just so beautiful and so flawless. It literally is just a beautiful foundation. Because it's that serum-y texture, it like seeps into the skin, and I absolutely love that. There's not very many foundations that look like this, and then you can build it up to a more medium coverage. I know it looks crazy because it's like really the wrong shade, and I didn't think it would be this bad, but it's pretty bad. But it looks, I'm just gonna cover all of my eye because that I think is what's making it even weirder. But it just looks so pretty, and it seeps into the skin, and it's so skin-like and just juicy, and oh, it is so scrumptious. I believe there are like 40 shades, and I did have a hard time picking my shade clearly. But that's really, really cool because so many people can try this foundation. And I think, I don't know if I said exactly 40. I know there's like almost 40. I think there's like 30 something. But oh my gosh, like that's amazing. And some brands come out with products that have 4 freaking shades. So it's kind of like, this is awesome. Only $22. You can get all the products today that I'm using, you can get at both Sephora and LYS's website. It says, who we made this for normal dry combination skin. Again, oily skin, and this is probably not gonna be your bestest friend just because it is that very like luminous, glowy kind of foundation, you know? So it says, why we're in love, satisfy your skin and foundation fix at the same time with this must-have complexion hero that's sure to become your skin's best friend with customizable coverage and skincare benefits that promote visibly healthier looking skin. Loaded with nourishing ingredients like whatever, hyaluronic acid, again, those exciting words that everyone loves to use and say. Okay, it says here they have 35 shades, which is, again, so awesome. I just didn't count right. I thought I counted 38, but clearly I did not. It is just a beautiful foundation. Again, 10 out of 10 would recommend. I'm gonna do some concealer quick. While I'm doing my concealer, I just wanted to mention too a lot about I'm using the Catrice True Skin. They don't have a concealer yet, but I really like the brand because, you know, they talk about how they're trying to build, it says confidence, clean beauty, and that's kind of like their aim, to build confidence but still be a clean beauty brand. And I really like it too because they didn't talk about, you know, the fact that they said like how everything's under $30, but like how awesome that is because you can still be a clean beauty brand and still not charge an arm and a leg for all of your products. That is like amazing. And people who they claim to be clean or whatever, they say they're clean, or they use being clean as their kind of thing. And they charge literally like $50 for one product, and it's like, are we kidding? Like, that's really ridiculous. And so that's a really awesome thing because, you know, people who don't want to spend an arm and a leg but want to be clean, have a vegan, cruelty-free, be all this stuff, and can't afford like all the expensive stuff, they get to try this and use it and love it. And I love that because people who want to buy makeup from Sephora also, they can afford this. And I really do like that because it really can, you know, help people feel beautiful, and they get to feel beautiful because they get to try these amazing products. And so I really do like that. It's totally awesome. I thought it was cool too. It says Sephora's first ever black owned clean color cosmetics brand, and I really do like that too. Obviously, there are so many brands out there that just really, their shade range are really poor. They're really bad. And you can't even deny it. And they they charge an arm and a leg for all these products, and they can't even come out with a decent shade range. It's just ridiculous, and clearly it's for a reason. They want money, and that's what it is. And so it's ridiculous, but this is awesome that they came out with a brand that's affordable, has a lot of shade ranges, is clean, vegan, all these things, and they're so affordable. I love that. So tangent over. Next, let's go on with their setting powder. Now, I will mention a thing that irks my whole life. So they are all triangles, which whatever, but they're all the same color. The cream blush, I couldn't even tell which one it is, which this probably should be the setting powder, but the cream blush is different. The bronzer and the setting powders are in the same exact packaging, and that drives me nuts because I go for one. It's really irritating to have to figure out which one you're using. And the one time I literally, like a lot of the time if I'm grabbing a product and I'm just like, and I'm already halfway through before I'm realizing what it is. And I mean, like, it's not a bad thing because I just know my products. This is just, oh my gosh, I almost put cream blush under my eyes the other day. And I was like, It's cute, it's very, very nice. But if they come out with like more products like this, or like a cream bronzer, whatever, I really hope that they come out with a different packaging color. I like the pink vibe, but you can see like obviously this one's matte pink and this one is like reflective. I would have liked, I don't know, they could have changed the lettering or something like that, they have like these two colors on these products. I don't know, like they could have just done anything, and that would have been way better because sometimes I'd be going to put cream blush under my eye and that would be not okay. Unacceptable. All right, I just put it under my eyes for now. We will set the rest of my face. Oh, I didn't even tell you what this is. This is the Triple Fix Translucent Setting Powder. I have the shade Resilience Translucent, which is really awesome. They're basically translucent, but they have, like, because everyone kind of knows when you put powder on your skin, it does change the way your makeup looks on top. No powder is truly that translucent. And so there are 4 different shades in this one because the base of them is translucent, just the actuality. If someone who's extremely deep is using this and calling it translucent, it's gonna show up, you know what I mean? So I think that's really awesome. They're all basically translucent, but they have 4 different shades, so you guys can, you're not lightening your powder or deepening it in any way. So it says, this is only $18. It says, it's a finely milled pressed translucent setting powder that blurs the look of pores and locks makeup in place and absorbs excess oil for a natural matte finish. And I do like it because I don't feel like it's drying or any way, shape, or form. I have dry skin again, and I really, really like this powder. I think that this is perfect kind of going with the serum foundation because you don't feel like it's too oily, too greasy, too dewy, or anything like that. And so I really do like this combination. Again, the primer, not so much, but the powder and these foundation together, they just look beautiful. And you can see my under eyes just look flawless. They don't look dry, they don't look crepey, they don't look anything but beautiful and blurred and nice, and I really do like that. It is a very easy setting powder. So if you're someone who's just, you don't even know what kind of skin type you have, you just want to try some setting powders, I would say try this one because it's just a good basic powder. It just sets your makeup. You don't have to, again, worry about it being too drying, too luminous, too not setting enough. It's the perfect powder just to set your makeup. It's not, there's no overthought or anything like that, and I really do like that because it's only $18, again, super cheap for Sephora. And so if you're at Sephora, you're looking for something, this is perfect. Next, we're going in with the Higher Standard Satin Matte Cream Blush in the shade Self Love. I do wish this was a luminous finish. The cream blushes here, I believe they have 2, 4, 6 shades, and I believe they're all satin matte, which I would have liked a creamier finish. This would have probably made this one of my favorites. But that's okay. These are actually only $16, which is like, it gets better and better every product, and I love that. It's like the brand just keeps getting cooler and cooler the more you go on. And so I have the shade, I said it's Self Love, so they have, again, 6 different shades. Any option for deeper skin tones to lighter skin tones, you've got it literally all. And it says, why we're in love, blush is a perfect complement to any makeup look, and this high pigment ultra creamy blushes seamlessly blend onto the skin for natural flush of color that leaves you wanting more. And I agree, it's very nice and buildable. I love to take a brush because I feel like the formula is a little, it's not as the creamiest in the pan because it is that matte finish. I think this is what I'm assuming why it's a little bit more it's not as creamy. I don't want to say a little bit more dry. It's not as creamy, I suppose, as some of the other ones because it is that more matte finish. But I love it with a brush. You can take any, like, I use my foundation brushes, honestly, for cream blush and cream bronzer, and that's how I would suggest it. Did I not blend this out? I don't think I did. This is what I think I've noticed too with the primer is that, like, because it's that gripping primer, if it's not 100% evenly blended out, you'll have like splotches of foundation because of the primer, which again is just like, it's not my favorite, but that's okay. The blushes are super pretty. They really are blendable, and they're smooth, and they're nice, and it's a really great formula. I think they've really done a what is it called, satin matte blush, cream blush formula really well. Again, it could be very bad, it could be very dry, and could look very ugly and cakey and heavy, but it doesn't. I think it looks so nice, and because the foundation is so luminous, I think that's why the product is looking a little bit more luminous underneath it. But it is more set, and it's not as glowy as some of my other cream blushes, which means it's also gonna last longer, which is really nice as well. So I do really like these cream blushes. Again, only $16 at Sephora, honey. Yes, please, sweetie. I'm gonna set the rest of my face with some more setting powder. You can see though, that setting powder, like this is without setting powder, it really does take up those oils. So if you don't like that, again, you won't like this, but I feel like it's just the perfect setting powder just to do your makeup. Like, just to not even think about it and just do it. She's perfection. I was gonna go in with some setting spray first, but I feel like I should go in with the bronzer, the No Limits Matte Bronzer. I have the shade Harmony, which there are, let me pull it up. This one is $18, so just like the setting powder. You're paying $2 extra for glossy packaging. Is that what this is? Well then. So there are 5 shades in this bronzer, which is a little bit, it's okay. I don't think it's the end of the world personally. Like, I could find my shade. I could probably use a couple of the shades. I just don't know how many other people are going to be able to find their shade. And so it's a little bit, I don't know, weird, but it says a clean, buildable, velvety matte bronzer with a talc-free formula that sculpts, defines, and livens up the complexion, and I love this bronzer. It's kind of the same as the setting powder to me, where it's just like you just use it. You don't have to think about it. It's not going to be too glowy, too luminous, too matte. It's just a nice setting powder, and it's so soft and buildable and blendable. And so I think this is a really great beginner bronzer as well, because again, it is that, I gotta bring it all the way down my neck. Of course, we did not wear the turtleneck today. But it is so nice, so soft, and so I really do like that. It's like not even powdery, because it's just like, it's just so smooth and easy, and I love it. I think that, again, a lot of people will love this bronzer if you try it. If you're a beginner, if you're someone who just wants a bronzer, you're like enough with the shimmer and the this and the that, enough with the all the scams and things that people are trying to claim and put into a bronzer, this long lasting whatever, primer infused, all this stuff. Like, enough with that, just a bronzer. This is a perfect one, and I love it, and I think so many people will love it as well. Now that I set my face, I am going to put a little bit of blush back on the top. I really like this cream blush too, because you can use it on top of powders. You obviously have to be careful that's any cream blush, because you don't want it to move the makeup on top, but it doesn't do it easily. You just kind of stamp it in and you're good to go, honey. And I love that. And literally, guys, and that is everything. Those are all the products that they have here. I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup, and then I will be back to finish off the video. All right, so it's I've actually filmed quite a few videos. It's been a while since I had finished this video here, but just real quick, just to quickly finish off, I think if you're gonna get any products, first and foremost, the foundation. 10 out of 10 would recommend. It's my favorite LYS product, and yes, 10 out of 10 would recommend. Next would probably be the cream blush, just because I do really like it. I think it is a nice, oh, fudge, I just stabbed it. I think it is a nice formula. I don't love the finish, but I think it looks pretty. And then when you because I can add, you know, a luminous setting spray or like a highlighter on top, I just don't necessarily need it to be super luminous. And so I do like it. I do think it wears really nicely, and it looks just so pretty. So pretty on the face. So definitely love that. Next, I would probably go with the lip balm, just because it's super nice, easy, it's cheap, and it does the job. It is really good. I think obviously the packaging is my least favorite part of this, but I do really like it, and I think it's fun and cute. Next, I would probably go with the setting powder, just because I think it's a really easy setting powder, and it's super just smooth and nice. It is a little bit more on the matte side, so if you're someone who doesn't want it to be matte, or you have very dry skin, it might not be your best friend, but I think that if you're someone who's just looking for a setting powder to set, all you girl. And then next would definitely be the bronzer, although it's out of the bunch, this will be the lowest one of the lower ones, but it's not a bad bronzer. It's just a basic bronzer. You know, I like something with a little bit more shimmer in it, with a little bit more to it, but it is a basic nice bronzer, and you can't go wrong with it if you're someone who's looking for a literal basic bronzer. That's your girl. Then last but certainly least, the primer. I just don't live for it. I just don't need it in my life, and I don't know if it's the best of the best. I think I would definitely recommend some other ones over this one if you want longevity and gripping. I just don't think it helps the makeup on top of it, and I think that sometimes it gets patchy because of the primer, and it just clings to weird spots if you don't blend it out completely. I do also have dry skin, so if you're someone with oily skin, it might be your best friend, but for me, not my number one. Definitely would not recommend. Alright guys, that is it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. We're going to do a quote quick. So the quote for today is, "Every flower blooms in its own time." And I love that. That is it for this video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. I should have found a quote about Delta or something, or change, but it's okay. I've done enough. Alright, bye guys.